Hi all, welcome to Team of the Week 23. Looks a very decent Team of the Week in honesty, and I fancy to have some really good shouts this week for our predictions. We had a good week last week for them, and hopefully we can have the same again. You can smash the likes, be awesome, sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter at GTheLegend. All the links are down below for playlists on the channel and social media links as always. We're missing a few options potentially that could crop up like Javier Hernandez, but I will explain this in the video. Let's jump in. So we've got Rui Patricio, first team made half a dozen saves and got an 8 for the Portuguese rating, and I fancy him to get a strong shout for an inform this week. Would be a nice inform, 86 rated I would imagine. Piszczek got a goal, an assist, clean sheet, and also played a part in the first goal, which was an own goal, and for me that should merit him a very strong inform. Same for potentially Dembele for a second inform. Piszczek for me stronger shout. Molado got a goal, a clean sheet, and very impressive in Panathinaikos' 5-0 win, and would be a nice overpowered Brazilian centre back to have in your teams. Juame Costa got a clean sheet and an assist, but also got man of the match in Villarreal's 1-0 win, and looks a nice cheap inform for a Spaniard, maybe worth nabbing in a sense. Forsberg, very impressive with a goal and assist, and also got 1.5 on kicker, which should be strong enough. Also man of the match. Then you've got Isco's third in form, looks inbound with 2 assists and a free on marker. Plus man of the match from the game, and usually a free from marker is a very strong shout. TOTW Dybala got 2 goals, 1 assist and an 8 on Gazeta. Also man of the match in the Juventus game, and for me should really get in. Looks a really nice card, especially with getting an upgrade just recently, so it would be a very overpowered card to say the least, especially if it's at cam, because it would be heavily sought after. Messi's first inform in FIFA finally after 23 weeks. 2 goals with an 89th minute penalty. If he hadn't got the penalty, I don't think he would get in, but the 89th minute penalty for me will just swing it. In terms of rating, I don't know what it will be, 94, 95, especially with a team in the group stage card. Tolisso, very impressive for Leon, getting a couple goals and also very good match rating, an 8 on L'Equipe, and for me should get into this week's Team of the Week. Gamiero got a 5-minute hat-trick, and that for me kind of seals his slot in for a second inform. Probably be like 86, 87 rated, and will be very, very overpowered I would say. Kramaric I've put over Hernandez. He got 2 goals and a very good match rating. I think it was a 1 on kicker for what I saw, and I would say that should merit him getting into this week's Team of the Week. Looks really nice actually. Pity didn't do the business at Leicester, but doing the business for Hoffenheim. Subs and reserves, we have our first man this week is Cardinal. He made 5 saves and got an 8 on L'Equipe. Nice did the business despite Balotelli letting him down, who got a 1 by the way on L'Equipe. Bergerac got a goal, a clean sheet and a 1 on kicker. I really fancy this in form. Ingolstadt suddenly started to pick up a bit of form since beating Leipzig, and I think this in form will happen. Looks a nice card for a silver in form. Jimmy Smith got a perfect hat-trick, and that for me should get him into this week's Team of the Week. Cheap in form for a bronze, and 1 I will be adding to the club. Minamino got 3 goals and an assist for Red Bull Salzburg in their 6-1 win, and this should kind of guarantee him into this week's Team of the Week. Alvaro Ramos got a hat-trick, also a position change at striker, won't be really sought after. Havertz I've put in over Javier Hernandez for Bayer Leverkusen. He was player of the week, team of the week and a 1 on kicker, and for me it was very impressive, and I would say if he gets an upgrade, which I believe he's due, and also gets an inform, this card could actually be very, very nice. Who knows what potential rating this could go to, so keep your eyes out for this card if it was to happen. I would definitely be looking at nabbing it myself. Adam Rooney got a hat-trick and 2 assists in 7-2 win for Aberdeen. Also can consider Ryan Christie and Johnny Hayes. Thomas Delaney of Werder Bremen got a 1 on kicker and was very, very impressive in their win, and I fancy this card very heavily to happen. Looks really nice for a cheap inform for a silver, 1 I'll be trying to nab quite heavily. Vasajev, I think that's his name, got 2 goals, 2 assists, and will be a gold second in form. This will be very cheap and actually very overpowered, 1 I will be wanting. Yuri Tillman's second in form for 2 goals, 2 absolute world days, and definitely a very overpowered card, and especially if it gets an upgrade, the second in form could look very nice. Webble got 4 assists and a goal for Osmanlı Sport, who are in the marquee matchups as well. So this card could be very overpowered. And Defrel got 2 goals coming off the bench and was pretty much the difference maker for Sassuolo. He just had an upgrade from 74 silver to 75 gold, and this would be a very overpowered 8-1. So all in all, a very tasty team of the week. I know Javier Hernandez, as I said, could feature over Havertz, and there is other shouts as well from potentially the French and German leagues. So we find this useful as always. Let me know in the comments down below what you think for predictions. Remember to smash the like, sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter, GSLegend. Take it easy all, and I'll catch you all later.